Second question is, you mentioned about holding to the Jama'ah, but now we have formed different groups calling ourselves Jama'ah, but some group following grave worship, so how to be united with them? These groups have more than 1 million followers, and they do sadaqah and work for Islam much more than those who are following Tawheed. If we are not united with every Jama'ahs, then the Ummah gets divided. How do we work together? This is an important question, of course, and it's very important for us to understand what is the meaning of al-Jama'ah, right? And it has a general meaning, and it has a specific meanings to it, right? So there's a statement by Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. He said, "Al-Jama'atu ma wafaqa al-haqq wa in kunta wahdak." Al-Jama'ah, that's what the word is. Al-Jama'ah is what is upon the haqq, upon the truth, even if you're alone. So if you are the only one upon the haqq, then you are the Jama'ah, right? But we have to make sure that everybody will claim to be upon the haqq, of course. So that's the importance of ilm. And what is meant by that, as the ulama they say, is with regards to matters of aqidah, matters of belief, right? Like, for example, Imam Abi Hanifa rahimahullah, he said, "Al-Jama'ah an tufaddil Abu Bakr wa Umar wa Ali wa Uthman." Al-Jama'ah is to believe that the best of this ummah is Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali, and not to say anything bad about any other companions of the Prophet ﷺ, and not to call anyone a disbeliever by their sins. So basically he was referring to the people of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. So there is the general sense of the Muslim ummah in general, and there's a loyalty there versus the loyalty or the Jama'ah. And it's not a Jama'ah physically with an Amir or so, but to be upon the haqq, to be upon the truth, to be upon the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, with matters of aqidah, with matters of understanding the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the general sense of that is to be, when they say luzumul Jama'ah, is like, for example, if you are among the Muslims in a Muslim land or so, you do not go against your rulers, you do not cause disunity among them, and those who you can pray, it's permissible for you to pray behind them. There is you don't cause disruption to them and things like this. But as far as being not confusing or not dividing and things like this for the sake of unity, we have to protect our religion. What's the purpose of being united if it's being united upon wal'adhu billah, shirk or bid'ah or innovations in the deen? But at the same time, to give da'wah for those who are able to do so. And in some cases, there might be some form of working together in matters. And I remember asking the Sheikh Ibn Baz rahimahullah about this matter. And it was specifically with matters related to America and the West. He said you even work with one another in matters that is related to you as Muslims versus non-Muslims. Like, for example, if you want to make a cemetery, you're not going to make a cemetery for this group versus the other group. It's for the entire Muslims, even if there are some that are deviants and things like this. So you work together in that matter because it's something that is needed for the entire Muslim community in a place, for example. And it's part of the deen, because those who you can pray behind, they have rights upon you, and you even have love for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala towards them, right? Even if they have faults or things that is even evil doings and things like this, but they are still part of the ummah in the general sense. But you don't compromise anything of the haqq, of the truth that a person is upon. Again, we're talking here about matters of aqidah, but not matters of differences of opinions and matters of fiqh and the like of that. Allahu a'lam. So that definitely something that needs to be reflected upon, and to hold fast to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to understand also when to deal with one another and when not, and things of that nature, so that we don't fall into also extremism in this matter. Barakallahu fikum.